every aspect of yourself. I'll be talking to you about the 4 key elements of sharpening your soul. One of the elements of sharpening your soul is your mental capabilities. Every day you wake up, you are better than you used to be. So one of the questions you must ask yourself is, what am I learning? One of the things you must be doing to your life for me is that, am I really taking stock of my life? One of the questions you must ask yourself is, am I the people who are sharpening my mind and my capabilities? What am I becoming by asking around everyone I'm asking around? It's sharpening your soul conference. We are here to sharpen our soul. Change something about who we are, what we are, what we believe.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back when you're ready to belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I'm free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home. God will
As I listen to the sound your mouth produces when your lips pacing back and forth, I realize how trapped you were in hopelessness. I want to remove the dust in your eye and the cups in your mind, for through your chest I see a broken heart. I see an old ranger whose failure ranged from 90 to 100, because all the while he walked alone. But alone, a dream is just a dream. And you, I see a man to the possibilities of a brighter tomorrow. When opportunity knocked on your door, you turned a deaf ear to him, but I saw him. Even in his sleep, I saw him. And into my home, my welcome him, and into my chest. He marched in through my eyes, he shined, and through my mouth he spoke. Charging a generation of hungry and optimistic people. Oh, the tenacity in their eyes is so beautiful. And amidst the dust, we see gold, for our roots are old.
Our dream will come true, but alone our dream remains a dream. We are almost 10, and as we turn 10, we turn the world around. We are die-hard youth workers. Uwanda! Sounds in the power of the ordinary man. I want to start this journey. Going to start this journey. very starting because even though this crowd is being the power of the life, the reality is that you cannot give up. Young man, you represent a generation. The young lady, you represent a nation. The choices you make with your life, it's not just about you. Let's look at one man that changed the world. He said, I'm fighting the day. Let's listen to him.
You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word: victory. Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of all terror. Victory however long and hard the road may be. For without victory there is no survival.
Now we are the masters of our fate. That the task which has been set us is not above our strength. That its pangs and toils are not beyond our endurance. As long as we have faith in our cause and an unconquerable willpower, salvation will not be denied us.
We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense.
There's power in being an ordinary man, but living an ordinary life, you will not be remembered for that. At a point in time, you still have to stand up for something. The British Army fought for the war, but we remember only President Churchill for mobilizing all the people. He mobilized the people who were living ordinary lives as military men and all that. And he, as an ordinary man, was a leader who was able to mobilize them. So we still remember him. So if you live an ordinary life, we will never remember you. You'll be like,
into the mountain top is not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of hard work. It's not going to be easy to get to the mountain top. Not easy at all.
Look at Everest.
Mount Everest is the highest peak on earth. The whole earth. I stayed about Mount Everest. Maybe one day I'll climb it. Mountain climbers call the region above 26 feet, 8,000 feet, and the dead zone because the air is too thin for humans. The air is what? For humans. But humans still go. You see how people are? They have decided that no matter what. So what have you decided that you achieve? And that altitude, your brain cells do what? Why will you get up and go to a place where your brain cell will die? But we won't get up and do what? Go. The blood grows what? Thick. The heart does what? And your lungs and brain cells can what? It's called the high altitude pulmonary edema. Ultimately leading to what? Death. But people still climb what? Mount what? See, that is how every people are to get to the mountain. Tomorrow I'm talking about the everyday man. But let me tell you, without the determination of people who climb the Mount Everest, forget about it. Before you climb Mount Everest, look at the kind of preparation you go through before you climb Mount Everest. One, you must do cardiovascular exercise such as biking, swimming, and running between 45 to 60 minutes 5 times a week. You must lift up weights to prevent muscle fatigue and height. Having previous experience with rope skills and climbing glaciers, you must learn how to do rope skills. Prepare mentally by visualizing the climb. That means that to be able to climb Mount Everest, you must work on your mind. And your mind must take you to the top of the mountain before you even start the journey. Going rock climbing, you must go for rock climbing before you climb Mount Everest. Look, you want to just do one thing, you want to climb Mount Everest. And look at the things you must do. It shows you the importance of preparation. Even climbing Mount Everest means that you must go through a certain higher side. What is it about your life that you don't have to be prepared for? Tell me. How sad it is that we have all the wishes and we have all the dreams and we have all the aspirations, but we never truly prepare. And we look down on our preparation seasons. Some people say your waiting period. We look down on the things, the price that we must pay. We look down on the exercises that we must engage in to be able to climb the mountain top of our dreams. We look down on that. Love the journey as much as the destination. If you say that you are waiting for the destination, you never enjoy the journey. As you journey, love the journey. Experiences. Stop being too heavy on yourself. You know what I mean by stop being too heavy on yourself? What I mean is that you cannot climb the mountain top with so many things on you. Imagine you are climbing the mountain top. And once you are climbing the mountain top, you are all this. So you are climbing and you are all this. Oh, tomorrow get me a ladder. Please, Joe, or should I give me a ladder? Because I'll be climbing down. This is a mountain camp. I'll be climbing ladders. Imagine you are climbing. And as you are going, you are placing there. You know what it means like to stop being heavy on yourself. You must drop the back. You must drop the back. The excess garbage of your life. You must drop it. The pride, I'll come there. The jealousy, the envy, the self-doubt. Drop it. Just look at it. Your crisis, your identity crisis, just drop it. Just drop it. Because you cannot have all this back. You cannot climb the mountain. Then you cannot get to the top. The doubt. Drop it. It is when you are done dropping all these bags, that is when you become light. And that is when you be able to climb the mountain.
Anytime the lives of others are at stake, there is a cause. Anytime the salvation of others is at stake, there is a cause. Every time the morality of others is at stake, there is a cause. Every time the chastity of others is at stake, there is a cause. So whether you look at it in the political side, in the civil rights, human advocacy, religion, the social issues. In any way that you look at life, there is always a cause that you can find. And you were born in such a time as this to discover a cause amongst all these things we have listed: politics, religion, social, civil rights, girl child, boy child, women child, man child, everything. There is a cause.
Now, what then is the power of the ordinary man? I'm going to show you 14 parts of the ordinary man, and in this conference, I'll speak about 3 of the parts of the ordinary man. 1 is assignment, or purpose in life. Let me tell you, the real power that the ordinary man ever have in his life is assignment. If you do not know your assignment, you have no power. His assignment. 1. Somebody asked, what's the power of the ordinary man? It was what he was born to do. What were you born to do? His sacrifice and sufferings. Today we are talking about Todd Bima in Ghana. Why? Because he sacrificed his life. If you don't sacrifice, come popular. Please, I beg you. I'm not talking about popularity here. That's why I didn't mention the names you know. That's why I didn't mention them. You're all, every day, your young people, your goal is I want to be popular, I want to be famous, I want to be all that thing. And it's not a dreamy food dream. I didn't come and talk about how to become popular here. How to be known around the world. No, that's what I'm talking about. His persistence. The power of the iron man is to keep on going. You remember what Winston Churchill said what? What did he say? Never what? Never. So what? Be careful. Your persistence. Going. Not giving up. I'm very disappointed about people who give up. I'm very disappointed. I have a friend, he says that Moses, you and me, I like people who do things and fail. That those who don't do it. That's the same policy I also have. But I like you become close to me when you do and you fail. Then you don't try anything at all. Then you give us excuses and reasons. Don't try to show. Don't show you're ignorant, and don't also show that you know. Show that you are one that is passionate to learn, and you have access to the door of greatness. To great things, you must seriously work on what is within you. Why am I talking about this? To do great things, you must seriously work on what is within you, what is inside you, if you want to do great things. Great things. You must start questioning yourself. What is within you? The ordinary man must work on his hidden internal thinking process. One of the things you must work on in your life is your hidden internal process. The way you think must work on his hidden. You have not seen it, but you must buy. No, when the person who went to Mount Everest, what did he say he should do? What did he say he should do? Visualize that you've done what? You've climbed the mountain before you do what? Your negative thoughts reduces the power within you. The power things you think about. It reduces the power within you. As for you, everything you are seeing bad in it. You never see good in anything. Power by reflecting on the right things. Make it a conscious habit to reflect on the right things. Make it a conscious habit that you think about the right things. Hey, if you don't know how to think about the right things and you know what to do, just write the right things down. When you come to it, you see, and write when things should be all over your wall. When you wake up, you should see it. But the truth is that the things you see all the time, as you visualize it, it moves from it being on the wall to it being where? In you. When you really want to get something done, that is the most powerful. The ordinary man cannot achieve much without developing a strong within. We have spoken about the ordinary man. We've spoken about discovering his assignment. But if he does not develop something that is strong within, he cannot achieve much. The power comes from within us is the strong force that can do wonders in your life. Have you ever thought of doing wonders in life? Have you ever thought of doing great things in life? Ask yourself, what is inside me? What is inside me? What is inside me? Because the power that comes from within us is a strong force that can do wonders in our lives. The power that is so strong. It is when something comes from within you. It makes a lot of difference. A lot of difference. If you want to know any great man, don't know the great man by what he has. Know the great man from what is inside of him.
How you build your barriers, all I become.
When you have a strong belief, when you have a barrier, we don't see the barrier, we grow back.
You can't deny.
You can't deny it because the thing inside me is strong.
Turn your face away.
So strong. So strong. So strong. That is why we will not give up. That is why we will not give up.
The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing.
When you leave this place, what is inside of you is what will make a difference. Inside this place. The next revolution of this continent, the changing of Africa, will be like crazy people who are strong within. Strong. The work you will do will be meaningless if you don't have a strong conviction.
Between your birthday and your death day, what is going to be the story in between? Somebody said that the worth of your life will not come from the length of your time, it will come from the investment of your life. May YAO have this unique destiny that this is a team of authentic servants all over the country. Now, your mission must have something to do with to the ends of the earth and to the ends of the age. To the ends of the earth is geographical. To the ends what you are discussing here, as you talk about youth work, is refocusing on the generational mandate.
When you help someone at the point of his needs, it's the same. When you help someone at the point of the person's need, I need this thing, darling. I need you to be there. I need it, man. It's what? Saving. Saving. When you are in need one day, it's not difficult to withdraw. You don't wait till you have a problem before you look for friends. Don't wait. Don't say that I'm planning my life to 70. They say that you die at 70 or 80, you go alone. Elderly people who are socially isolated and lonely have a greater risk of death. Men who don't have strong social ties commit suicide more twice than the rate of those who surround themselves with friends, family, and community groups. If you give somebody your time, like giving the person your what? Life. If that is the case, then I dare say that time is more powerful than money. Because in time, you can get everything. In time, you can be broke or you can be rich. In time. The principle of time. The principle of time. The first principle I want you to understand about time is that time, there is a blessing or a curse depending on how you use it. There's a blessing or a curse depending on how you affect you. Every single day when you wake up, ask yourself, how have I spent my time? You become whatever you spend your time buying. What you are going to do in the next, what I want to do in the next 1 month of your life. Till I meet you here next year. When we are having the Sharpening Your Soul Conference 2022, what will you have done? What will you have done in your own life when it comes to your work as a youth worker? Uncommon mentors. The reason why they are mentors is that they know things that you do not know. You don't know it, they know it. The voice of an uncommon mentor will bring direction in your life. The presence of an uncommon mentor will put you ahead of your peers. The presence of an Isaac Newton said, if I have seen any further, it was because I stood on the shoulders of them that have gone ahead of me. The president of an uncommon monument will put you ahead of your peers. Will put you ahead of your peers. That is what happened to me. Yeah, but I'm old. I can tell you about the truth about life. One, there can be no success without life. You guys should know how you had to burn the midnight oil to do what? Learn to pass an exams. There cannot be any form of success without sacrifice. You want to be successful? Then the word sacrifice should be a part of you. Anytime you see success, you can be sure that someone has made sacrifices to make it happen. Anytime you see success, oh, this program has been successful, oh, this program has been great, ask the organizers. Call the program officer. Call the treasurer. No, just find out from them. Please. Wow. How can I have a successful program? You see, there can be anytime you see anytime why it's not a miracle. There are miracles. Miracles, they went behind the miracle, they see them. You have no right. Anytime you see a high-rising building, check the kind of depth that building has over. If you sacrifice and you don't witness the success, you can be sure someone else will benefit in the future. That is what you should know to encourage you. Anytime you are sacrificing. And you don't see the thing benefiting you. Understand that someone else will benefit in the future. So don't worry.
Speaker, inductees, members of the wife activity, friends of inductees, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the induction ceremony of the new councillors of WIFE who have been selected by the stakeholders of Youth Rising Organization after going through orientation. I am proud to be inducting these new councillors at the WIFE National level, the first of its kind in the organizational history of inducting councillors. These councillors have the opportunity to serve in WIFE at the national level.
He knows the commitment to learning one in the seat of mentorship. A young person willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn and read even when we are in leadership positions. For human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success and is can be applied in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning finishes the lamp by which we read the past, the thought guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Leaders have the chance to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in the present. Character is a force within which the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself.
Speaking personally, in all requests for my assistance in response to prayer, I pledge to always go the extra mile to make myself better and useful to this world.
Pledge to be a resounding answer to the world.
Vow to commit myself and give out my all to this cause greater than myself. Why own vision is my vision, and if vision is my vision,
why you forever? So help me God. Hi, I'm Devina and I'm really excited to be at SYS Camp 2021.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Ashoen. I'm excited to be at Sharpening Leadership Conference 2020.
Ashite, I'm the National Community Development Officer for Youth Arise.
I learned that in life, most of the time it has to be spent in a preparatory stage, and that stage is the longest, where what you are doing or all your inputs may seem insignificant, but then with the preparation stage, when you are diligent to it, and when it comes time to show it off, it will be excellent. So I learned that no matter how long or tough the preparatory stage might be, we just have to stick with the time and trust the process.
I understand SYS, which means sharpening your soul, as a time for introspection and reflection and making resolutions to sharpen your positive aspects, sharpen your skills in order to be able to cut down the tree of bad fruits from your life. That is what SYS Camp does to you.
This section was on mentorship. I was wondering why over the years I've not had a mentor. And I sat down and listened to Chief as the section unfolds, and I realized that someone knows something you don't know. Someone has something you don't have. So no matter your intellectual capacity, I should consider it as a prime endeavor to have a mentor.
I would say I have some questions about my life that has to do with my purpose and other personal things I used to ask myself a lot, and I wasn't having the answers to them. But from day 1 to the 3rd day of the camp, I had answers to all those questions, and I can tell you I've been challenged to go out there. Now that I have answers to all the questions I've been asking, I've now gotten a defined life, and I want to say that I don't expect myself to be the way I was when I came here. I now have a clear goal, a clear mission, and I'm going out there to make a difference in my life and also in the lives of those I find around myself. And I've learned one thing about leadership, that if you want to be a true leader, it's not just about service, but it's about sacrifice. That's one thing I'm taking.
Session was the one on fear. I've grown up having so many fears. I've doubted my own abilities, my own self. Even when people showed some belief in me to some extent, I refuse to accept it because I've always looked down on myself. I've always been afraid to take any step, to take any risk. And listening to Chief's presentation on fear has helped me a lot, and henceforth I would never be afraid to do anything.
Never